Crusader Kings 3 Tours and Tournaments adds many new activities. Today we're going to enter a wrestling tournament and go on a holy pilgrimage. Our protagonist, Duke Edgar, has continued to win accolades in various kingly tournaments. In a joust, he made quick work of his opposition. Ever the benevolent lord, he returned home to plan a massive feast for all those willing to join in the realm. That was only a prelude to a larger celebration, his marriage to a Danish princess. After their marriage 2 years ago, the Duke has conquered many counties in southwestern England. Only the Duchess of Northumbria, the Duke of Cornwall, and the Duke of Kent stand in his way of a unified England. Then there is the matter of King William the Conqueror. The claim of Edgar's family goes back many generations. Can he become the one and true King of England?
It's been 2 years since he was able to get married, and right now we're getting ready to train for a new tournament. Our King William is hosting one. There's going to be wrestling and dueling. So here's our training arc. Train for a tournament. The call of the steel cannot go unanswered. I shall take on my equipment and head to the training grounds for some practice. We'll do that. You and your knights will sharpen your skills. If it works out, it's going to raise my prowess for the martial events of the upcoming grand tournament. Well, we've got to do that right now. And then you turn to the right, Earl Bjorn yells, while dealing a powerful blow to my sword that makes me take a couple steps back. They won't go gentle on you in the tourney, my lord, he says, drying the sweat from his forehead. If you want to win, you can't afford to lose, not even to me, not even once. There's a chance I could become strong. Now that would be very good. Not quite there, but we did gain 1 prowess. I'll take that. And here's our invitation over in Aylesbury. Did I get that right? Let me know. All right, we've got it, so we're going to be on our way now. A fresh start over here. I can't wait. We'll move up in speed. No events right now. We've made it over to the tournament. Not all the revelers are here. There's our old king, 55 years old. Don't forget, we come from a very long line of kings too, old kings of England. And so maybe one day, something could change. But not right now. Let's go over to the tourney grounds. A fine favor. As I prepare for my upcoming match, I spot Princess Ingrid of Mercia, hailing me by waving a handkerchief around, offering me her favor. Before I can respond, Gundreda appears holding a handkerchief out for me and insisting I take her favor instead. Look, I'm married. Don't get me in trouble. I will take it. Very good. I've got it now. As I push aside the sheets to lay down, I find a little scroll resting on my bolster. Someone has entered my chambers unnoticed? A chill runs down my spine as I carefully unroll the thick parchment. My graceful lion, lord of my heart, I can keep my feelings secret no longer. From this day on, I will do everything in my power to prove my loyal affections. Ah, there's my wife. She'll try to win my heart. Well, that's wonderful. Our Duke is also trying to learn Norse because that's what his wife speaks. I'm going to butcher this, so let me know how I do. Gothen Morgen. Anyway, as we pass through the bishopric of Aylesbury, a jubilant local approaches my entourage. His smile stretches from ear to ear. Creepy. I discern that he is offering a warm welcome, but the finer aspects of his speech are sadly lost on me. Be that as it may, I wave away my attentive companions and return his joyful greeting. I can hardly imagine a more excellent chance to practice my Norse. Mine is very poor, okay? But let's have a good conversation. We'll do that. The wrestling contest begins. We were able to qualify. Look at that prestige again. We're about to be a living legend, and we're not even 40 years old. Arrayed around the sand, shirtless contestants warm up for their bouts as the herald announces the contest commencement. Some of the competitors rub dirt onto themselves, others opt for oils, all looking for a scant advantage in the coming bouts. Just like Jorge Masvidal in his last fight. The wrestling qualifiers have come to an end, and it's clear who will be put forward for the quarterfinals as it stands. The varied pitches and volumes of the crowd's cheers leave no question as to the favorites. For my first bout, I've been paired against my fellow contestant. Ah, look who it is! An enemy of mine today. He's actually pretty good. And who's over here? Ah, my champion. 37 years old. She's very powerful and a killer. Well, I need killers on my side. I've got to place a bet, you know. I've got to. On me. Dirty tricks. We are on the ground, straining against each other. An arm hold pulls me into a disadvantaged position, and suddenly he's on top of me, working to secure a victory. The dusty ground shifts beneath our tensing bodies, my opponent's face brushing along as he attempts to pin me to the ground. My free hand, grasping for any kind of leverage, unconsciously closes around the dirt, leaving me with a fistful of grime. His face is close to my hand. So close. Well, I've got to do that. Pocket sand, go! Cha-cha! Got him. Pinned. The crowd bays for blood as I stagger forward to confront my opponent again. I cuff away a red rivulet from my forehead. and consider the fight so far, musing about when I resorted to some dirty tricks to succeed. I am winning. I just need to hang on for victory. Now, I could go for his liver. I like that a lot. I do love liver shots. Let's try it out. My score will increase moderately. And I won, right to the liver. Haha! Men! A manly activity. It is done. I feel like a JoJo character. And I'm not even wearing my armor today. A hand on their shoulder, a deft trip, and an almighty heave. I took him to Suplex City. We crashed to the floor. All sound is labored. Breathing and... Wait, hold on. Let me try that again. All sound is labored breathing and farther away. The roar of the crowd, I scramble on top of my adversary, straining to press home my advantage. Moments later, I manage to catch him off guard. I make my move, pinning him soundly, holding him tightly in place as he struggles in vain to escape. The judges call an end. I have won. And it is done. The wrestling quarterfinals are over. The herald booms, Duke Edgar of Mercia, Duke William of Normandy, Earl Rodrigo of Hampshire, and Struan have reached the semifinals. Struan is a knight of ours, and we've got El Cid, that very famous knight, in our court. He married one of our women through a matrilineal marriage, and that's why he's here. Now, let's fight him. He's very difficult. He's very powerful. Look at that martial skill. What a brilliant commander. And he's so strong in combat. We'll try it out. Our prowess, well, is equal for right now. Dirty tricks. Haha, pocket sand again. Take that. All right. I could try to go for the liver, sure. However, we're fighting him. I'll keep it safe. Yes, okay. If I didn't keep it safe, I could have failed. He's by far too good, as much as I like a good liver and some fava beans. A toss-up, a hand on their shoulder, a deft trip, and an almighty heave. We crash to the floor. All sound is labored breathing, and farther away, the roar of the crowd. I scramble on top of my adversary, straining to press home my advantage, and so I caught him off guard, and we were able to knock him out. Very good. And so, who won over here? William won. He's okay. Yeah, not a bad commander. He's okay. All right. The semifinals are over, so now I get to fight Duke William. As I disengage from a brief clinch with William, I catch him by surprise and grab him by the neck. Completely unprepared, William's neck audibly cracks from an impact, the force causing him to scream in panic. The crowd erupts, but the raucous cheers quickly died down to whisper confusion as I loosened my grasp. The moment my arm had made contact, a sickening pop signaled that all was not well, and the pain juddering through my finger confirmed some manner of dislocation. William is still gathering themselves, and if I react quickly, perhaps... Okay, I'm gonna try to pop it back in. A bad idea, but I'll do it. It didn't help at all. Oh, geez. Okay. So now we'll go for the liver. It worked out. Okay, good. Oh, that's really good. I was a little bit worried. Our intent is to triumph here. We're here to win a tournament. And so I've won. One contest over. Oh, here we go again. So we've done this event before. We've got a large fellow in my way. My knight. Wow, he's hurt really bad too. His wife as well. All right. I'm not going to brutally maul him. No, I'm going to ask him to move. He does, and so we're okay. Now, our wrestling is over. Trumpets sound. The crowd clamors. Competitors begin to assemble. The contest is over, and someone's limelight is being readied. A herald steps forward. A voice booming out across the scene. After many trials, and so on. Okay. My champion did not qualify. I did it. My stress, well, it never did exist. So I won a wager on myself. That gave me quite a bit. Also, I'm a great grappler, which, amusingly enough over here, gives me a hostile scheme resistance of 50%. Yeah, try to take me out. I will take you again to Suplex City. A huge boost over to our health. I mean, wrestling is incredibly challenging. Those guys know how to grind. But we won. We did it. Good for us. Pope clothing. The fabrics and textiles on offer at the tailor range from rough hemp all the way to velvets and silks. As I peruse through them alongside my knight, a strangely familiar pattern makes me pause. Hefting the full robe into the light, my eyes widen. It is a full reconstruction of a pope's regalia. We have some for cardinals too, my lord. Odilla the tailor hovers around behind the two of us. Gottfredo's eyes are shining with glee as he nudges me furiously in the ribs. The tailor speaks again. And that one comes with a matching hat. Sold! I've got to get it, right? I've got to. All right, so you and your knights take on your threads. My score does go down a bit, but I've got to, I think. Oh no. I've got my new garb on. I look wonderful. Maybe I'll wear it over on our pilgrimage. God's favors. Okay, as Hermesinda moves aside to let me approach, I take a solemn moment. Alone in the church near the tournament grounds, pondering in the presence of God, I find myself wondering what it is I wish in my heart of hearts to see come from these days of revelry. I could find inner peace. Bring me glory. Hopefully it's going to work out. I don't really know. We're just waiting for our new tournament to begin now. There are so many people here who wanted to compete. Wait, my Earl is a favored contestant? Alright, so over here we've got a duel coming up. Hopefully it's a very wealthy event. The contest begins. Contestants march onto the field, taking their places around the sparring quad. As the herald announces the contest commencement, the squared-off ring is being looked over in the background, rattled and shaken to ensure no give should a contestant crash into it. And so I'm going to fight Count Hughes, the Devil, a very interesting historical character. One day we'll have to play his storyline. But for now, I am ready. Look who's been caught here. Before the duel contest has even begun, someone has been caught in the act of sabotage. He was tampering with your armor, weakening the leather points that secure the components in the hope they would wear through mid-bout. Ah, he's been disqualified now. The brave, huh? No, the foolhardy. Alright, fighting patter. A light wind stirs the air around us as Hughes approaches me, sword readied. I look around for any advantage, as any good duelist does. No uneven ground, no low sun to blind him, no weaknesses in his stance. I ready myself to fight fairly, though would he hit a holy man? A shout from the crowd, some fool falling off a stool, no doubt, causes Hughes to pause. He refocuses on me, twitchily. It is said some need to be free of distractions to fight. Perhaps he's one of them. I could talk to him a bit. Alright, we'll try it for fun. Haha! A screeching chorus of metal on metal rings out as two blades scrape down each other's links, sparks glittering as they fall to the ground. I look for advantages, thinking back to when I considered distracting my opponent with words. I'm winning this fight by some margin. I just need to hold it together for a few moments more. We advance upon each other once more. We are both battered, both tired, and there can only be one winner. Well, I am a pope, so let us fight. Come on, let it happen. Yes! Okay, good. Ugh. Terrifying. Alright, victory for our side now. A sonorous blow rings out as my weapon glances off a helmet. My opponent staggering backwards in a daze. I follow up quickly. A swiped feint left, a hammering blow right. I advance as my adversary backpedals desperately, my sword barely being deflected by the barest of margins. I sense a win and rush to claim it before Hughes recovers. He withers under my flaring blows, barely keeping form with his guards until at last he steps away, yielding. The judges call an end. I have won. The duel quarterfinals are over, so I'm meant to fight a guy called Tringus. Who are you? What is happening over here now? I'm very curious about that. Steel on steel. Oh, I didn't get to fight. I thought I would. Huh. Alright. Well, the bout between Rodrigo and Tringus has been decided. That's fine that he won. I just don't know what happened to me. Probably some manner of oversight. I have no idea. But he won. I'm fine with it. Rodrigo gained a lot, too. I wonder what we get for just winning one of our... Oh, hello. A ring! A prize ring. Look at that prestige. Our knights are even better. Buildings are cheaper. All of it. Oh, I love it so much. Okay. The sun comes down on the final day of the tournament, and the massed crowds begin to disperse. I find myself ruminating over the results. So, that all went well, I think. If El Cid won, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. So now we need to go home. I'm going to wear my outfit for a little bit longer. I like it. And now I'm back home. I'm sure everyone is very confused too. Imagine you've never seen the Pope, then you see me. We could go on another grand tour. I think we'll probably do a pilgrimage, but before that, we need to sin a little bit. So what we'll do, we'll go after Northumbria, I believe. Or we could wait to do that, though she's very, very mighty. I would like to get a claim, not on Northumbria itself, but rather a different duchy, one close by. There. We'll take that. Thank you, holy leader. I appreciate you, Pope. I would like to potentially get him over to my side. I could send him money, a lot of money. I could also begin to sway him, which is probably a good idea, though I'm currently trying to learn a new language. So we're about to go to war. Our military size has gone up too. We've got our light footmen, sure, more mangonels, more longbowmen, and look at that, they counter heavy horsemen. You know what could happen whenever we fight France. I've got more housecarls and even light horsemen. Going after the Duchess might prove to be a bit too difficult. Sure, we've got a comparable amount of soldiers, however, we only have 14 knights and no allies right now. They have 42 knights. Even if our knights are better, eventually they would be tired down, and I don't want that to happen. She's allied to King Harold of Ireland. I can't believe he took over Ireland. He's a murderer, a kinslayer, excommunicated. Let's see, a drunkard, and he has gout. There's only one county left. After that, he'll have all of Ireland. So what we'll do instead, we'll go in some manner of pilgrimage. However, we can't go very far. We could go on a pious pilgrimage. Some event options will allow especially pious actions. Or we could go on a sightseeing tour. That's very cool, but we're not going to do that. Let's be pious. Normally, I would be able to go after other holy sites like Jerusalem or Rome. However, I'm a regent. The regent of England, so I can't do that. Which is why we're going to go on a short pilgrimage. That's okay. There's no real danger for us, so we'll take a quick trip down there. Look at that. A little stroll. For our intent, we've got reflection. You have adopted a mindful approach to your journey. Okay, we could relieve stress. Altruism is fine as well. We've gone over that before. Zealotry. You are firm in your beliefs and will be looking for opportunities to share your conviction with others. We'll do that, for sure. Now, we've got fidelity. I've got to be a pilgrim or patient to be contemplative. So we can't do that. Obligatory. I can't do that either. I've got to be impatient and so on. Or the mandatory pilgrimage as a doctrine. That's really funny. What about pomp? Okay, so I've got a very small appropriate group. I could have a humble group. Oh, that's very interesting. No cost. Minus 23 gold. So actually, I would save gold if I did that. Instead, let's be ceremonial. You also bring attendants and pious hanger-ons. Up to 10 random pilgrims join your train. More piety earned on completion. Ooh, wrong. Every interested character at court joins you. We could wait for that, but let's go now. I don't need to hire anyone. We're fine. Who's in my entourage? My caravan master, the bishop as well, and let's see, a few people like my court jester. He was a knight of mine. No longer. He's not very good. He's getting older too. And I've got my court physician. All right, let's begin. Here's our fresh start. Oh, and by the way, for my clothing over here, we've got our tiara. It reduces piety by 0.1. Look, no one knows. They'll probably believe I'm the Pope. All right, let's get a move on. Look at that quick and easy road. I'm also getting more of my knights married. I like to do that just again. I like to have more people in my court, especially people who have claims or good traits. Safety in numbers. As we make our way through Berkshire, we are approached by a Cisalpine commoner claiming to be the leader of a group of Catholic pilgrims. Good Duke, we have been on the road to Canterbury for weeks, but the roads are too dangerous and now we're short on provisions. Yeah, come on down. Come join me. So I'll lose 10 gold, but I'll gain 100 piety. He'll join my court. Is he any good? I mean, he's older, sure. Come on down. And we'll gain pilgrim company. Speed goes down, but safety goes up. The more, the merrier. So now we're known for our dedication to our faith. Ooh, learn language failure. I can't do it. Maybe one day I'll try it again. I've had this nagging sensation for a while now. My pilgrimage has turned out to be more hazardous than I anticipated. Or maybe I simply haven't endured enough trials to prove myself worthy of the Lord's protection just yet. I have, however, spotted a few impressive individuals in the local settlement of Rochester who would surely improve the safety of the pilgrimage in a hands-on manner. I could hire them. Let's see, we'll become more pious, but I would go into debt, so I don't want to do that. No. I'm going to pray. There. We've got divine protection, and we've made it here. All right. The arrival. I am finally here, body and soul, at the great church. As the bishop offers me blessings, I reflect on everything that had to happen for God to bring me here at this moment in time. And now, we're a pilgrim. Every member who's joined, too, is a pilgrim as well. What do we get? We get more piety, more speed, more safety, zealots like me more, and there is a trait path as well. Level 1, plus 1 to learning, more piety. Level 2, more learning and more piety, and so on. All right. Now, we get to go back home. I get to wait here for a bit. I saw a good omen.
Let's see. My first sword protected pilgrims. So we get different rewards too. Here's tier 1. We've got tier 2 for more piety. Okay, so we just get a lot more piety and experience for our pilgrim trait as well. Alright, let's go up in speed as we get ready. May I interest you in, during our pilgrimage to Kent, I can't help but return to the local market, perusing the wares. One stand in particular catches my attention. The merchant grins at me and proclaims, "I have the wares if my lord has the coin." These exotic goods presented would surely make a nice profit back home, or maybe I could even save them as a gift. Huh. I could do that, but no. We've got to become more pious, I believe. My own knight acclaimed, or my own acclaimed knight rather, is plotting against my wife. Oh dear. We'll have to take care of that later on. I've led a communal prayer too. Very nice. More piety for me. Material blessings. A pilgrim puts down a votive doll before the altar, bowing her head. I see Charles blessing her and muttering something in her ear. Holy, I managed to hear. The bishop makes a gesture. Do you also bring something to have blessed, dear Duke? Yeah, make my prize bow more pious. So we'll gain piety and also more durability as well. Nice. I've seen a good omen. My piety is now at over 1,000. We're about to go up to devoted servant already. Conclusion. As our time at the sacred site draws to an end, I feel reassured that while I may not have been the most pious pilgrim out there, I have proven my dedication to the Lord in more ways than one. This being my first pilgrimage, and while no pilgrimage is exactly alike, I feel confident that I am more familiar with what to expect from this type of spiritual journey in the future. That's true, it's our first one. So now we begin to go back home. We've also got armed pilgrimages as a tenant. Okay, nice. So we've also got determined pilgrim as well. It has been an honor. We are now done here. I've gained a lot, and now we just need to go back home. Another knight errant. All right, let's go. I'll fight that as well. Killing water is destroyed. Yeah, don't let that happen. Ooh, stress gain could go down. Oh, I was wounded, though I appear to be feeling fine. I've got my physician here. True aim. Oh, right. All of my mini knights or whatever are wearing that outfit as well. Okay, let's see. Teeming with all manner of wildlife, we agree that Berkshire would be a splendid place to go on a hunt. While we don't have time to save for a proper outing, as we traverse the area, I spot a pristine wild rabbit at the edge of the forest. It has peculiar markings on its fur, and I motion to my little friend over here to survey the animal. As he spots the rabbit, he grins. What would you say to a friendly wager? Oh, okay, sure. I'll do it. So he'll pay 110 gold to me. Ha 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 ha. All right, we'll do it. I'll strike first. I've got a little artifact too, which I could give away as a gift. Rabbit in sight. We both slowly but purposely move closer to the rabbit, take an aim for its tiny body as it gnashes away at a piece of straw. I pull my string and release as the arrow goes straight into the animal's body. And so we did it. And now I have more money. Good for me. What a great event for us to have. We're back home too. Look at that. We're only a year older. We feel better. We've been wrestling. We're not going to do a grand tour. I've got to save up a bit of money because we might need mercenaries to actually go after Northumbria. A very good part about doing something pious is that I'm going to be able to levy some favors with our Pope. Over here, I could get a claim on Kent. We're going to do that. It's 400 of our piety. We've got plenty at the moment, so we'll be able to fight him. He's a more minor power. He's lacking piety, prestige as well. He's a bit wild too. I mean, overall, I feel like we're doing a good thing by fighting him. Unfortunately, Duke William of Normandy has joined in. Can we beat them all? I do believe we can. We'll want to beat their army. It shouldn't take too much time. Look at what we're able to do. In a very small amount of time, we're breaking through their gates. And here's my son. He's a bit bossy, which means we're going to have him focus on martial matters. Ha, I got it. My name is... We've got to move over here instead. We've got El Cid in charge of our army. That's going to make a big difference. I'm not too worried about a plot right now. At the very least, we are exposing plots in our court. And so the battle is beginning over in Essex. They've got what? Some light footmen. They were butchered already. And now we need to fight a much mightier army. I'm going to bring together a few more levies and hopefully we'll be able to stop them all. Do I have all of my... No, I do have them all. Okay, that's good. It's a tough one here. We're having to fight a family member of our king. They were trying to get away. They've got over 2,000 soldiers.
many bowmen, 38 for their damage. We've got 52 for our long bowmen. Our light horsemen, 37 for damage. So we easily and quickly took them out. In fact, if I want to, I could just go over to their capital. Maybe we could take it over and end our war quickly. So in that battle, we lost only 141 soldiers. Unfortunately, El Cid was wounded. They had only 9 survivors. That was it for them. Look at who died. Count William II. He's gone now. Over here, another Count too. Oh, the poor French. And we caught many others. Some who are very talented at what they do. Like, here's a very good steward. We've got over here a good marshal and someone who's very good at intrigue, but I don't need them. They're trying to get back together, but they don't have the numbers, and so after taking their capital, that should be it for them. We've got Dover, and man, there are so many plots going on. It's unfortunate. Oh, look at what happened. Wulfstan finally died. Remember, his lands had no heir, so all of his lands went over to me. I'll need to find someone to take those over. I've also got his artifacts too, like one ornate ribbon. That's really interesting. Not even a year of fighting, and we've got Kent. I'll have to find a few good loyal people. I've also got a mighty heart's hide. Oh, that's a good one. I don't have my own court yet, but that could happen. Now, for a good chancellor, who do we have? We've got our earl, but he's a better steward. My antiquarian, who's also very good. You know what? Rodrigo, you do need a job. You're a much better marshal, but I don't want to fire Earl Bjorn. He's been very, very loyal to our cause. A few things are going on right now. Remember how Earl Edric over here helped us become free of our own duke. Unfortunately, he died in captivity. He was fighting the Duchess, the sister of Morcar and Edwin. They were quite cruel, and she's also been excommunicated. Not only her, but also over here, Earl Gilbert, the Insane of Kent. He's only 25, but look at him. He beats himself. He's lusty, and he beats other people too. I would love to get rid of him. If I tried to, there's bound to be a major civil war. I would like to revoke his title. That to me would be much, much better. But we're going to leave him there for right now. I mean, the church doesn't like him, so that's okay. We've also got someone new on our side, Earl John. We actually captured him in our previous war, but if you look at his stat line, he's very good. So now he's going to rule over here in our northeastern lands. I wanted to hold on to some of our new lands we got from Wulfstan, which we'll go over later on. But for now, what if we finally went after the Duchess over here? Oh man, she's a large, large lady. We've got the power. We don't have the allies, but we don't need the allies. We've got the money, so we should be able to even hire mercenaries. There, let's get our county, or duchy rather. We've got to get our army together over here, but we've also got to divide up if we want to catch their army. I mean, I suppose we could just try to chase after them, but that probably wouldn't go well. I'm glad they made our little army outline options over here much larger because they used to be by far too small. Oh, I'm gonna get you. You can't leave. It's a tough one whenever they're just trying to elude you, but if we could just find a way to cut him off, he might even run into my lands where there's gonna be some attrition. What a dance at the moment. Oh, I'm gonna get you. Don't worry about it, pal. All right. He's probably trying to embark elsewhere. Usually I wouldn't show off every little detail like what we're looking at right now, but now you're having to see what I've got to deal with. So we've got El Cid who's leading one army, then Bjorn who's leading the other army. Oh, they're still getting away. No, I won't let you do it, pal. All right, we finally have him right over here in, let's see, Huntingdonshire. We've got him in a battle, finally. They've got 13 knights. I don't have all of my army here yet. We are fighting in the wetlands. We did kill a petty king. We've got a Norseman on our side, 38 years old. And so far, they're losing. They've got housecarls, many of them. And we're so excited by combat that our wife is once again pregnant. So we've got to go back over to Stafford to defeat another army belonging to Northumbria. Of course, we did beat Ireland. We lost over 400. They lost over 500. It wasn't a devastating win, but we did kill a petty king, a good start, and another knight of theirs. The Battle of Burslem. Oh, we've lost one knight. He's got a very powerful dwarf over here as a child, and we've defeated their army. In fact, they were wiped out completely. There's only a few nobles left. We caught many of them at the cost of one older Welsh knight. He fought for a very long time. Now here's another battle over in Wales, and King Harold, he's defending.
though we beat him as well. Look at that, we've captured him. We could get rid of him right away if we wanted to. So what we'll do then, we'll actually sail on over to their capital and take it over. If we do that, it should end the war quickly. We lost over 400 men, but we didn't need to slaughter all of them. Let's have a brief look at what a few of our soldiers did. Our housecarls killed, 70, which is quite nice. Our longbowmen also killed 70. Light horsemen only got a few kills. Fighting over in the wetlands is not great. And we have a new claim. Over in white. Do we need that one? No, we don't, but we've got it now. It won't take too long to take over. Look at that. And we've got a new perk, which was pretty easy to take up. We're going to pick up envelopment. Our men-at-arms will be able to more easily counter our foes, and we'll gain more experience for our hostile looter trait. So just over a month to go, then we'll have it all. What's in a name? Ah, my boy is called Edgar. I've got 3 sons right now. I've gone over here, Edmund, William, and Edgar. And so we took over. We beat them. It wasn't too difficult, thankfully. We've gained a lot of land, not all of our lands, but a lot of land to begin with. We'll have to give it away to someone we're able to trust. And as of right now, King William, he's a king, maybe only in name. We have another son. We'll call him Thomas. And that old lady finally passed on. Yeah, she died from a botched treatment, which means we could go after her lands again. Also, our king is not feeling good. He's really not. Court rumors about El Cid. Walking into castle halls, I come to notice that all my knights are in low spirits. The presence of El Cid inspires a common soldier to achieve great feats, but it causes the noble knight to wither away in his radiance. No, he's going to stay here. Are you mad? He's doing a great job. And my caravan master is my rival now? Oh, really? Okay. Well, you've got to go then. I'm going to have to let you go. Get out of here. I am gregarious, but I can't allow you to disrespect a duke like that, so get out of here. Now, we've also got a new building too. Remember that mining settlement? The Dean Mining Settlement. It provides, let's see, 20% siege weapon effectiveness. I've also got a siege workshop now, providing a further 40%. So whenever we besiege any location, it will capitulate so fast. Good old Popey. We're going to be able to rely on him to get a claim on a duchy. What about another one over here for a Prince of Ireland? Could I do it again, or do I need to wait? I need to wait for right now. That's okay. We could try to learn his language. Yeah. Money probably works too. I'm going to give him an artifact. I've got so many over here. Let's give him the ribbon. Yeah, there we go. Boom. A bit more. I've got so many items I don't mind. I'll get rid of it right away. Now, about that war, I've got to take over, you know. I spent all of my extra money upgrading my men-at-arms. So we've got hundreds of new soldiers. We've got all of our mangonels together. They're going to be able to quickly tear down any one location. Have a look at that. Engineered for destruction from stationed holding. So they have 110% increases done over to their siege weapon effectiveness. All thanks to our perk, all thanks to our buildings too. That is so much more powerful, which means we won't need to actually fight for too long. In fact, we'll get over here. Once again, my wife is pregnant. I suppose seeing a good siege engine does make anyone excited. Yeah, in just over a month, we're going to be able to take over their capital and end a war. How quickly we would be able to expand. It's over already. It barely took any time at all. It took more time to gather together. And it's over. We've got our lands. I do want to go after other areas. We are trying to pick up new claims, but we'll wait and see. And again, our king is not feeling great. He could pass on at any moment. You know what? I think I know what language he speaks too. He's not feeling great, but here's some money anyway. 150 gold. He's going to like me more. Maybe we'll be able to claim a few other titles if we're able to do that. And we are. We could easily unite all of England under our own direct command. Let's go to war again. Oh yeah, one more area. Well, no, I can't go after that just yet. I'll need to wait to actually get the claim. I don't want that earl to become a duke because then I would lose his lands and he would be on his own. Very good. God said I could have your lands. It's true, you can't beat him. So we've got to take it over now. It's quick, it's easy, it's siege weapons. And who's joined in? The King of Ireland. There's a new King of Ireland. Very well. It doesn't really matter for me. A prince has also joined in, House Godwin. They're trying to intervene. I am fighting their family, but their family is a bit cursed right now. Oh wait, you're married to a woman who's 70? Good luck to you. Oh, here's my claim on all of Cornwall. Ah, wonderful. So now we've got our final claim. We've got another capital.
Though we've not beaten them all just yet, we need to wait for them to come back, or I could just conquer another area. They only have a few areas under their control. We've got over here Chester. Up north, we've got Kendall. And, I mean, look, at 4 speed, we'll be done in just a moment. Blink, and we're done. There we go. We've got that one. I've got a new book as well. And I don't even need to fight their army. They wouldn't be able to besiege any location that belongs to me in time. We'll move at 5 speed. What's in a name? You want to call my child Edgar? Nah, we'll pick a different name. Henry. There we go. A good English name. The war is over. Not even half a year. So we've got it all now. Everything over here. We only need one more area. Duke Nicholas, your lands have got to belong to me. The wars are not yet over. Right now, we've got too many counties. Our realm size is too large, so we're going to have a penalty, a pretty major one. Thankfully, we make so much money, it doesn't even really matter at the moment, because one day we may become king. And we've got our strategist perk as well, which is quite nice to have. That's going to provide some major buffs. I could take command myself. Our daily progress for a siege is 8.7. Oh no, I'm ill. Okay, thankfully, it's not consumption. That would be even worse. Yeah, treat me. I've got a good doctor, a good physician. They've got a major army close by. You know what? We don't need to go fight them. Yeah, look at how long it's going to take them. Nearly a year. For us, we just get to have a little vacation over here. Yeah, we're doing some sightseeing. We'll break down their walls. I mean, we are professionals. One more to go. Are they going to take mine in time? No, they're not. I'm once again feeling well. I'm showing you every step of our current war because it's so brief. Because I can't even believe how fast we're able to conquer. They couldn't even take over one location, all because we were able to maximize what we had. Half a year, and it is done. Look at what we've done. We've got England. There's only one area left. But we're not going to betray our current king. That would be wrong. We're not done being able to make claims yet. Look at his old bearded ruler. Look at that Welsh prince. 81 years old, feeling infirm, but he's still around. Here, have your person back. I'm trying to get rid of prisoners at the moment. I can't take a claim on him. What about over here in Gwynedd? Could I get that one? I can. Now, there goes my piety, but that's okay. We could get a bit more later on. Now, I don't want more overextension. I've got to watch out for that. I don't need to petition anyone. I also don't need to actually conquer his lands just yet. I could wait on that. I could wait after we become king. Now, before we try to become king, we need allies. I've married a Danish princess, so I should be able to, yeah, there we go. I'm going to ally Denmark, for one. The Holy Roman Empire, they have a lot of power. Their emperor, he's not feeling great at the moment, but he's not going to die. I don't believe he'll die anytime soon. I'm going to marry off one of my sons. That would be over here, Henry. You can marry her. She's a princess. A grand wedding? No. Well, actually, we've got the money. We'll do that for sure. Now, we've got a new ally, the Holy Roman Empire. 2 major powers over in Europe who could help me intervene over in our isles later on. We have a new nickname now. My husband, have you heard what they call you? My wife Ingrid says to me while laughing, they call you Duke Edgar the Proud. Spectacular, is it not? It's on the lips of peasant and noble alike. A cause for celebration, I think. That's true. I gain more prestige and I've already got so much. Most nobles learn how to keep their back straight at all times, but few make it a point of pride like you. And my bishop has one. Oh, you want a book? Sure, have a book. Wait, how much money? Ah, you've been a good friend. Here you go, have your book. I'm not gaining nearly as much money, but that's okay. We're not going to fight any wars at the moment, nor are we going to host any event. We'll do that later on. Though I would like to potentially have a feast. Maybe in a bit of time. There goes one teacher of mine. I'll have to find a new one. Look at who finally passed on. The old King William died, 65 years old. Now we have a new king. One who we can't respect. He's mad. He's a lunatic. And he beats himself. He's reclusive. He's paranoid too, lazy, zealous. I mean, those are all traits you don't want in your king. So we've got to do something about that. What that might be, we're going to have to consider it. I could potentially try to launch a coup. That is potentially a possibility that could work out, though I'm not a very powerful regent, so I won't be able to quite do that. Nor am I a regent right now. I would like to be. That would be great,
but he won't let me have that position, which is probably wise on his part. So what we'll do, we'll fight a war. We've got to take over. Don't forget, we've got our old claims. We're able to do that. And we've got the manpower now. We've got the allies. So without having the money, that's okay. We'll go into debt if we need to. I'm going to call upon our allies here. We've got Denmark for one. I've got all the prestige in the world and the Holy Roman Empire, 750. Now, we only need to take over a few locations because we control the bulk of England. We've taken over so much. Now, our allies are joining in. We only need to take over a few areas. We'll go after their capital and whatever else is close by. There are so many towns over here, and here's a drunken brawl. I could duel a guy who's got one arm. Wait, you're still alive! Oh no! Look at him, he's feeble, an imbecile, weak. Okay, you know what? I could take him on. I'll do it. Get out of here. Wait, no, we're actually fighting. We shouldn't be fighting. He literally has one arm. All right, fine. On guard. I'll take you on, I've got to. I'll show you how I heft a sword. I mean, look at my own prowess. It's very high at 32. We'll do it again. Strike, parry, riposte. And thankfully, we won. If we didn't win, that would be strange. He's gone now. I kicked my foe's weapon away, and I feel bad now. I mean, I won, but did I really win? Ugh. All right, we got it. We took over one area. We only need to go after a few other areas. I've got my allies who are going to move in over here too. The armies of England, I mean, they might come by, but I just want to show you how fast we're going to be able to take over every nearby location. It won't be difficult. Over a month for each and every single one. I was no longer regent after our king died. There they are. And there they are, my enemies. Let's go fight them instead. My allies should join in. Groom to rule. There we go, my boy. All right, right over here, a very dramatic location to fight in. I've also learned Italian. Good news right before a battle. I'll curse at them in Italian. Beautiful. The Battle of Kent. 15 knights. A few very powerful knights as well. But to no avail, it did not work out. We beat them. Only 15 survivors. Imagine, you've got a proud, majestic army. 3 of your champions were killed. Wait, a food fight? My liege, I know something that will cheer you up. Watch closely as I sneak up on my prey. My jester whispers to me, what is he up to? Hungry? He screams, hurling a... oh my god. No, not to my bishop. He's been my bishop for a very long time now. But it was funny. Good job. Alright, so how did my soldiers do? Our knights killed over 500, housecarls nearly 300, longbowmen 245. That's what I'm talking about. We destroyed all of their armored footmen. And so now we just need to quickly take over a few areas, and we did. Granada is trying to seduce me. Get out of here. Don't do that. Not our leader. And it is finally over. We have done it. We now have a king of England here. It took a bit of time, but he's king, 42 years old. We've got too many duchies, 9 right now, so I'm going to take some time to give away many of them. We also have access to a lot of knights and their many accolades too. Ivko has been very, very loyal. Vanguard for his primary accolade, Huntsmaster for secondary, the Banner of God. I like that, we'll take it. And there it is for right now. We've got 2 so far. But like I said before, I need to organize my lands because I'm going to be in trouble if I don't do that right away. We've got our throne, and now we need to work on our royal court. We need to be fashionable, we need better food, more servants, and better lodging. So we'll take all of that just to go up by a bit. That's much better. We've got so many new artifacts too. They're very good. You might see that we've got so many different hides. I want a hunting artifact just everywhere if I'm able to have that. We've got, let's see, Excalibur 1, Excalibur 2. I've got an extra. Over here, the head of St. Edmund, which is quite nice to have. We get a lot of piety for that. And we have another legendary blade, Cortana, the Sword of Mercy. It was once wielded by Tristan against Morholt. Very nice to have. And so our knights are even more effective. No wonder we're just dominating everyone right now.
We're going to call it here for right now, everyone. We've achieved our major goal of making Edgar king.
I hope that you enjoyed his journey. In fact, if you would like to continue his journey, I'll have my save file linked down below and also in my Discord community. That way, again, if you want to continue his story, you'll be able to do so. And if you do, let me know how it goes. Also, let me know what future character, what culture, what part of the world you want me to focus on, and I'll be sure to do so. In fact, we'll talk more about history as well. But thank you for watching. It's been incredibly fun, and I've shown you every major activity that I've been able to really show you so far. Though we do have more nefarious ones we need to try out in the future. I might have a campaign where we play as a regent from the very beginning, and we'll see how that goes. Thank you for watching. Do leave a like and comment down below. And don't forget, if you want to buy the game on my game store, that does help me out. A small bit of it goes towards me. Till then.